And Zac Carlson in studio with us. They just finished signing contracts just yesterday. And this is one of the first stops on the tour just before training camp gets underway. Guys, thank you so much for getting up really early to come in studio. We really appreciate it.
Oh, it's great to be here.
Thanks for having us.
Well, we got to find out all about you guys. We'd like to meet, the players and see where they're from. And I still can't quite find your little town there in the middle of on a highway, the corner of Highway 18 and 44 in Alberta. The high school had about 100 kids in it. You didn't have a football team. What are the chances of somebody coming from Westlock, Alberta, becoming a pro football player? And you did it, Simeon.
Yeah, I don't know. Some things are just meant to be, I guess.
Who scouted you? Who prompted you to start playing ball with the Huskies?
I guess, there wasn't enough physical content in basketball and volleyball for me when I was in high school, and I had always wanted to play since I was a kid. And so, my mom's cousin actually played for the Tiger Cats here in '97. He was drafted, Tim Princeton, and and so I just phoned him one day, and I didn't really know him that well, but he'd also played for the Huskies, and he got me to their training camp, and I actually did try to play tight end first, and for 2.5 years, and then made the switch to O-line, and just went from there.
Wow. Okay, Zach, native of Winnipeg. I know where that is. I've been there.
Right. Yeah.
How did you get into football?
Well, when I moved down to the States, there wasn't a lot of hockey and stuff going on. So, I was always a bigger kid. So, logical step was football, and started playing in high school and been going ever since.
Yeah. And now you're a Hamilton Tiger Cat.
Yeah, that's right.
That's awesome.
Now, Simeon, you were talking about not finding enough physical contact in some of the other sports that were available in your high school. I think it was Marwan Hage, when he was in here one spring, was saying, at this time of year, he just gets the need to hit something.
Yeah, definitely.
It's true.
It's an itch.
That's why we don't like having him in.
Been a long winter, I guess.
And Zach, you play the bass?
I do. I kind of took a little hiatus when I was in college. Nobody else was trying to really play with me, so I just focused on school and football, but I think I'm going to start up again,
Yeah. Didn't you have to sell it at one point?
I did have to sell it, yeah.
That's a musician's thing. All the pawn shop owners know the musicians.
Exactly, I was their favorite, yeah.
Well, I think, we can give you a map of all the pawn shops, but you'll be looking to buy now.
Yeah, I'm trying to buy them now, yeah.
Exactly.
As a matter of fact, you almost were a BC Lion.
Really, I don't even know anything about that. I'm just a player,
Okay. How about you, Simeon? Were you on track to come to Hamilton, or was it up in the air? How'd that work?
I was contacted a couple days before the draft, but then I wasn't sure. Between that 2 days before and the next day, we just didn't hear anything, and weren't sure if there was trades on the line or what either. So, but I was happy to come here.
Yeah, we're happy to have you both here. How are you going to eat us out of house and home? Well, how much do you weigh now, Zach?
I'm weighing about 305-ish.
Ish?
Yeah.
How ish is that?
No, ish. It's somewhere between.
290?
Yeah.
You got 800 pounds sitting across the table.
You should have seen the car that everybody drove up in, Bob.
Linemen don't have cars; they have trucks, right?
Yeah. We came in their car, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. A Mazda 3. I'm not kidding. They all arrived in a Mazda 3. But it's time, guys. We got to teach you how to do the Oski Wee Wee.
All right.
The iconic cheer of Hamilton Tiger Cat fans, not only at the games, but everywhere. And
Quick history now.
Yes.
This cheer actually originated with the 1925 NHL hockey Hamilton Tigers, which we're now trying to get an NHL team back, as you know. Yeah. And a guy named Vince Wirtz used to jump on the ice with his big fur coat and bowler hat and do this cheer. And then it translated over to the football side because, there was no more hockey team. They went to New York.
Yeah.
So that cheer went from Vince to his son, Bill Wirtz. Bill carried it on until, around 70s. And then Pigskin Pete picked it up, Paul Weiler, and he just retired and handed it to a new guy. So this cheer has been going, well, do the math. From, say, 1925, 75 plus 9 is...
A long time, Bob.
There you go. 84.
Exactly.
It's almost 90 years old this cheer.
Yeah. And you'll see it at the games. The guy's got a bowler hat because they've kept that tradition from day one. So it goes like this. Oski wee wee.
Oski wee wee.
Oski wah wah.
Oski wah wah.
Holy Mackinac.
Holy Mackinac.
Tigers.
Tigers.
Eat 'em raw.
Eat 'em raw. Okay.
There you go.
All
And you need a little more life in
a little but, you know, we're asking a lot of these guys. I'm sure they were up late last night, and they came into the station very early this morning.
Well, the funny thing about it is, though, I was on a ship on an Alaska cruise, and there was a whole bunch of people from Hamilton on the cruise. And so we all gathered together in one of the big common areas. And now there's people from all over the world on this cruise. And all of a sudden we're shrieking out, because Pigskin Pete was on the cruise. Oski wee wee. Everybody's looking around.
Yeah, you know, outside the CFL, I'm not sure it makes a lot of sense anymore. But boy, does it make sense here.
It makes the other team mad. That's the main thing.
Okay. And once again, if the CHML insiders want to get in on this contest, you got to videotape yourself doing the Oski wee wee somewhere interesting. And we do emphasize the Oski has to be in there. And send it to us. You could win a wonderful trip to a Hamilton Tiger Cat game for you and 40 of your closest friends.
Okay, one more time now,
All
guys.
right.
Here we go.
Okay.
Ready? Oski wee wee. Oski wawa. Holy Mackinac. Tigers. Eat 'em raw.
All right.
Okay.
Got it.